in the past, if you go back on my YouTube channel, the only time I've ever played this course, but I shot 68 bogey free. The goal today is to compete against myself. I'm like putting myself back in the tournament mindset, acting like as if I'm playing in a tournament, but I'm competing against myself. Back then, I hit the driver probably 270, so the distances have changed, but other than that, I think at least on the tee shots, we should be able to hit the same club. I'm literally going to be watching the YouTube video, watch what I did, and I'm going to try and like recreate it. I'm even playing the same tees as I did. We have the video pulled up. It's gonna be hard for me to I can't really go into my memory bank and see exactly, so right here, this first tee shot, we'll be playing it on the screen. I hit an iron off the tee. This first hole today is only playing 355, so it's like a 4-iron off the tee. It's 262 the creek, and it's straight downwind today. I'm gonna go 5-iron. Thanks.
Very much threw the ball there.
That's probably gonna be like exactly where I was in the tournament. I hit a 4-iron off this tee last time, and I had 120 in. I can kind of remember a lot of this round because it was one of my better tournament rounds, just being bogey free. I think it might have been my best one. I actually have a weird lie here in the fairway. I got 106 today. That just goes to show the distance changed in my game. It was 4-iron 52. Today it was 5-iron 60. So 106. In the tournament, I hit it just out left. Today I'm gonna try and tack the pin. Kind of a weird lie, so I'm happy with how that came out. It's a little knuckly, as you could probably tell. Gotta look at birdie. I actually hit a good shot there. I wasn't even really a miss. The wind kind of took it right, so I didn't feel all that. We're playing with a couple of the KU basketball players again today. If you see any balls flying around, it's theirs. It's gotta go left, right? Thanks. Well, I thought that was gonna move left on that slope.
All right, guys, before we go on with the rest of today's video, first off, in a random room in Oklahoma City for a good week. I know I've talked about this a lot in the past. I struggled in the past and still do. Everyone kind of has their daily battles, but with anxiety, specifically health anxiety, but even like anxiety and nerves related to live events and stuff with a live crowd. For example, the Creator Classic, like I was so nervous, it was like almost unbearable. I was super anxious leading into it, but more specifically like the health anxiety with my heart, that leads to me overthinking like, oh shoot, am I dying? Like this, that, and the other anytime I feel something weird in my heart. So with that, I was going through a lot of this, and I have in the past, and again, still kind of fight the battle, just not as much now. And I think the biggest reason for that was I was able to talk to somebody. I had a sports psychologist that worked me through the tournament side of it, and I also was able to talk to a doctor who obviously told me, hey, listen, you're not dying, you have nothing to be anxious about. Just in general, having somebody to talk to that like kind of eased my mind and let me, I guess, just like live my days. It was so bad at some points, like I felt like I couldn't even get out of bed, which at that moment in time, I was like, oh shoot, like am I all alone in this? Like I feel like at least in the past, like, oh, you're anxious, like don't be anxious. Like I didn't even think like anxiety and health anxiety and stuff like that was a thing until it hit me full force like a freaking train. I guess the more and more that I have talked to people, it's more common than I thought it was. If you guys are like that and you struggle with something similar, health anxiety, or just feel like you need to talk to somebody in general and you are like nervous to reach out to somebody, today's sponsor, BetterHelp, is a great avenue for you guys to use. BetterHelp is a sponsor that obviously means a lot just because of all the stuff that I've kind of dealt with. So yeah, to tell you guys a little bit about BetterHelp, if you guys want to dial it in, it's super easy to get in touch with a licensed therapist. You guys can take a quiz. It'll set you up with what they think is best fit for you through their 30,000 licensed therapists that they have. And if, for example, let's just say you get in touch with a licensed therapist and you don't love the licensed therapist and you don't love the therapist that you got in touch with through BetterHelp, then right away you can switch to a different therapist and, you know, hopefully you like that one better. Yeah, there's been over 7,000 reviews with a 4.5 on Trustpilot, so it's a very trusted site that, you know, you can go there and you know you're talking to somebody that's actually gonna help you and dial you in. So if you're like me and you've struggled with stuff like this, check out BetterHelp. There'll be a link at the top of the description. It's betterhelp.com/GMGolf and you'll get 10% off your first month of therapy. Yeah, check it out, guys. Let's get back to the video.
Hole number 2, we got a dogleg left par 5. Kind of cool because I don't really remember this course like perfectly, but I can watch through the video and see. So it looks like I hit a 4-iron on this next hole. Technically speaking, you could get crazy aggressive and you'll see what I'm talking about. You could try and go over trees, but I mean, if I hit 4-iron last time, which I think I might actually hit 2-iron, then today that's like a 5-iron. This course is very tricky on the front 9. I remember in the tournament, I didn't play like crazy good on the front, but on the back, I believe I was like 4 under on the back. Oh wait, I made that putt. Wait, I birdied this hole in real life. Oh shoot, I made a 35-footer. Okay, never mind. I definitely shot under par on the front then. Also, another thing that was kind of special about this tournament for me is it was a tournament, but it was also a qualifier to go play a national tournament in Orlando, Florida, which I ended up playing terrible at that Orlando tournament. It was still really cool. Looks like we played right back here. Okay, so like basically played the tips. I didn't hit driver in the tournament, so I'm gonna stay away from driver today. Thanks. Kind of a tough tee shot. Holy crap. Wing doesn't feel amazing, but we'll get it dialed. I got a 6-iron here. Hybrid was a smart play. So I hit a warm-up drive just after, transparently off camera, and it's like money, way over the trees. It's just not something that you want to risk it in an actual round. Like I would never do that in a tournament, so there's no reasons to do that today. Should be perfect. That go through? It was 230 to the water, so I doubt it's in, but I mean, unless this is wrong, I really just hope this isn't right, because these GPSs sometimes are a little off. I think the cart might have been, I think they screwed me. That's really unfortunate. I should be able to find it if I had to guess. Doesn't look like it's too thick, but I can't get too frustrated too early though. I hit the shot I wanted to. I really can't get mad. Golf is like that sometimes. I hope it comes out of these rocks okay. It's all good. We got a birdie look. I mean, it's like at that point, you should just go for it. I gotta leave that in the past now. What's happened, happened. Now we got a birdie look. Get halfway there. Gotta dial in. That was definitely a lot slower than I thought. This putt would be a big putt. We need it to go. Ah, that stings. That stings a lot. On to the next here. Let's see what tee we played on this next hole. Okay. Looks, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, yeah. Problem is I'm 2 shots behind pace, so if this ball was out, my chances definitely would have been a lot more slim. Wonder what this hit. Yeah, it has a big scuff on it. That was a lucky break that we needed. 59 yards, 60-degree in hand. I'm gonna try and roll one back there a little bit. Holy crap. That was really bad. That's all right though. Lock in, Garrett, lock in. It's gotta move left. Alrighty, here's the deal. What I'm gonna do right now, guys, while we're waiting on them, we're gonna look back through. We're gonna see what we were at on the front 9. The video is not pulling up for some reason. I think I should have downloaded it before this round, but I think my biggest thing is like just knowing what I have to do. We played this tee. It was actually a front right pin. It's 188, which is downhill to 184. It's probably an 8-iron today. Wind's kind of off the right, helping a draw. A lot of where I'm playing is like, there's not even tee boxes set up. I just remember in the tournament, I hit a 6-iron at the time. Just crazy how much the distances have changed. Now I have an 8-iron. Okay. It's not a bad spot. I like that we got the draw back. Yesterday we didn't know what we had. If we can keep hitting a draw today, I'm gonna be so happy. It's one thing you can't do manly. Nobody in the world. Anybody can try and prove it to me. You cannot drink out of a straw. Manly. Okay, little chip and a putt. I missed this green in the tournament, so kind of on track for how we were in the tournament. Let's see, I think I might actually have the wrong wedge here. This is makeable, so we're gonna pull the pin. A little left to right drawn. Even though our start has been rough, I have a feeling we're gonna get really dialed. Come on, come on, come on! Come on, Bryson. Back to even. I just got a stroke on myself. I just stroked myself. Okay, well this right here, guys, is not a driver hole. It's a short par 4. I'm gonna hit a 4-iron. I hit driver in the tournament from this tee, but it's crazy for comparison. On like a line, pretty solid, like through the fairways, 274, right? And when I was younger, I hit a driver and it was like 20 yards short of the stuff. So looking back, like it's pretty wild. I was hitting it that would have been like a 255-yard drive. If I hit a 4-iron good, it'll go about that same distance. That was great. I could not have hit that better or placed it any better. Left side of the fairway. It's gonna be a really good angle. Like, I mean, that didn't carry very far, but I mean, I'll probably have like 120 in, so that's a perfect wedge here. 156, the fairways are also kind of, they're bent grass, but they're grown up a pretty good bit. The thing about it is I've caught a flyer lie out of the fairway twice. Like, and when I say flyer, I mean it's like knuckling. So I gotta hope that this doesn't knuckle. Draw off this lie maybe? Okay, maybe another chip in? I don't know, we'll see. Thought that was gonna just freaking draw off that lie. I gotta say, we chipped in once with the pin out. Might as well chip in 2 times in a row, pull the pin here. I haven't really made a putt today, so maybe chipping is just the way to go. It's not quite as simple of a shot as I thought. Just kind of plop it on the green, just let it trundle. Oh. Almost did it. 2 chip ins in a row. I thought that had a chance there. All right, even par through 5 still. Nothing too crazy. As of now, I know we're 1 stroke behind what I was in the tournament. Let's finish birdie and beat ourselves in the front. Guys, I hit driver in the tournament, and if I hit driver now from the same tee, it should be reachable. Chat, I don't think it's worth it to hit driver. It's too small of a landing area up there. Go 4-iron, try and make birdie from the fairway. Okay. Should be maybe 130 from there, 120. Good spot. I think to shoot 68 here, you don't have to like try too hard. I gotta be smart. That's the thing. I gotta be smart. We're not doing anything special yet. We just kind of have to wait until golf comes to us. So I've been saying it a lot. You don't want to try and come to golf. You gotta let golf come to you. It's right in between again. Been kind of in between clubs. The wind swirls out here, so it's tough to say how things are going to react, but I have a 52 and I'll need to crush it to get 52 there. I think I can. Go in. Go in. Oh! Oh my gosh. I thought that was literally going to land in the hole. You guys probably would have missed it, but because there's this little hill here, but that landed so close to the pin. Now it might be like 10 feet. I hit it a little too hard. I thought I needed to really kill that. We're on track for that 68. Ideally, we obviously want to beat the 68. Like I said, we don't want to do anything flashy today. That's not what this course really calls for. Think your way around it, shape your shots. Don't really need to hit driver. Let's see if we can knock this in. No way. Those are ones you wish you'd get back. I didn't think that was gonna break that much. All right, boys, 600-yard par 5. We're checking what tees we played here on this par 5. It's at that tee right up there is where we played. Like I said, we can't really try and do anything today. Just gotta let it happen. So even par. We finished with 2 birdies on these last 3 on the front. We'll be in a great spot. Bye-bye, ball. might be the end of it. We'll see. That's quite an unfortunate golf swing right there. I think mine's long gone, but we could have gotten lucky, you never know. Bogey is likely right now. However, we got to take our medicine and hope that we just make bogey if it got through this patch. If I find it, I'm actually okay because I can get it out to the fairway and then get it up close to the green. Realistically, we find it in here, we probably can't play it because it's going to be kind of bone, but I see so many balls, but none of them are mine. Ugh, get out of my face. It might be further up, which would be great. If it's further up, we really have a chance at finding it. It's none of these balls back here, so I'm gonna check a little further up and then call it good. It was coming in hot, so I could see it being up in here. I'm gonna check up here. Please tell me, because it didn't hit anything hard. Come on, just be lucky one time today. It's looking like an L here on this hole. Gonna have to. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Look at that, Bryson. There's no way. There's no way. If I'm y'all at home, I'm definitely like, yo, Garrett's cheating. But I promise you guys, we got that lucky. That's crazy, actually, though. We gotta lay up here, guys. We're just gonna chip out. It's not a ton better than dropping, but. Okay. Let's give myself, hopefully I don't know if I can get there from there, but we will see. I was literally ready, like I was walking back, I was gonna go drop, and then boom. Get through the ball, bro. Don't go up on that hill. Okay. That's fine. Kind of a weird lie. Gotta play it like a bunker shot almost. This is not as easy of a shot as I thought I would have.
Wow.
Yeah, got that for the par. Keep me in it at even par. Like I said, the back nine's easier, so if we get within like striking range on this front nine, I like my chances. Oh. All right, that's one of the 5 no-nos, bogeys on par 5s. And guess what? Both the par 5s we bogeyed on the front nine. One over, anything can happen. Hole number 8 here, guys, par 3. This is a very fun one. I gotta look at, I don't know what tee I played here. I know it was up. Let's see, I mean, they all were up, but I just remembered what yardage I had somehow. It was 147. I literally remember the yardage. That's kind of trippy. That just like, that's wild. I just remembered it. We played this tee, the pin was in the back. We were right over there at that tee. Today I got a 52, pins up front. Pretty much is the same 52 we had on hole number 6. Go, Garrett. You little sit, never mind. I don't know why I thought I needed to hit that harder. Okay, so birdie there would get another stroke back on myself. The thing was, the first par 3 was an unexpected birdie. This is not necessarily unexpected, but the 2 bogeys we've had today are the most unexpected, and that's because these par 5s are super, super easy, especially on the next 9, but even on this 9. Birdie here, birdie on 9, and we're tied with ourselves, which we're gonna do, so I'm not worried. These greens break more than they look like they're going to, so we got to take that into account. All of the putts that I've missed, I've underread today. Finally. Thanks. Birdied both the par 3s and bogeyed both the par 5s. That might be the dumbest thing ever. I know I'm going to beat myself up over it if I lose by like 1 stroke to myself, knowing that on that par 5, we hit a perfect layup into the water. All we can do right now is try and go crazy low on these next 10 holes. We're back to even par. That was kind of an unexpected birdie. On to the next. This one I remember again. I'm getting a vivid memory that it was 370 yards, like 375. We were right here. We were right up just short of the stuff. And I remember I shot this on the right. It was 240 to the tree on the right. I hit an iron. Front nine is so absurdly tight. We're going driver. First aggressive play of the day. I'm just gonna act like I'm on the range, you know? Gosh. That and the stuff. Yeah. I might be boned, I might be okay. We'll see. Shout out Patrick for finding my ball. We are like 120. I don't know if the ball is even gonna really come out of this slide. It's kind of, we're gonna try. Thanks.
Great out.
Appreciate it. I barely got it out. Not a good lie, but definitely not complaining about that. Just being able to, in general, find my ball. I'd go back and hit driver. I would. I think with how much wind there wasn't coming in our face, it definitely was a driver hole. I mean, sure, it was tight, but it was definitely a driver hole, and there's no way really around that. 45 yards, trying to carry it 10 feet short of this hole. It should plop and just trickle out. Right here. No. Okay. It did what I said, I just carried it way too far. That was quite the aggressive shot. Now we got 15 feet for the par, and to just try and shoot even on the front. If we shoot one over, we got to shoot 6 under on the back. Shout out my man Harry. I'm gonna name him Harry. What up, Harry? How you doing, dog? Dude, that is a big grasshopper. Oh my gosh, bro. He's looking at me. Should I go hand him to him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand him to Jackson.
Eh.
What up, baby girl?
What?
I got a present for you.
What is it?
Huh?
What is it? That's not even scary.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, my Atlanta. We're gonna need to get hot on the back nine. They break so much. Well, through the front nine, we are 2 shots behind where we were as a 16 or 17-year-old. That's kind of sad. Like, looking back at that, that's pretty sad. We're losing to ourselves by 2, 7 years later. Have I gotten worse at golf? I mean, holy crap. We're going on to the back nine, and we're 1 over par. We have to shoot 6 under to beat ourselves. I gotta say, if there's ever 9 holes of golf to do it on, it's gonna be the next 9, and you guys are gonna see why. It plays very easy. Hopefully we take advantage of it. We'll see. On to hole 10. Other than hole 10, the back nine gets fairly friendly, so hoping just for a decent drive. Honestly, the tee shot on hole 9 didn't feel bad. I looked at the video back and I was just aimed right. So something to just kind of keep in mind. Hopefully alignment's better here. There it is. Okay, I feel back. That's the swing I need on this back nine all day. Okay, 126. The thing about this front nine, guys, or this back nine, the back nine is also a lot less soft. Like green, fairways, everything's harder because this gets more sun over here. It's more dried out. 52 degree. Be good, be so good. No. Holy crap, that was such a good swing. Up the hill, quite a bit short actually. Mine spun like 15 feet there. I thought that was just gonna land right by the hole. It was like exactly how I thought I needed to hit it, but it's a bit short. Nothing crazy. 10 feet, and you can feel the greens when you stick the tee in it, how much harder they are. Left to right a good bit. This is probably moving a solid 2 feet, maybe even more. That's not one I expected to make, but wow, I just dodged a bullet. If I made bogey, I was pretty much completely out of it. Now I got 8 holes to go 6 under. Here's what we gotta do now. After hole 10, 1 over par is not exactly where we expected to be. We gotta keep looking here and seeing what we need to do. So we're 2 strokes behind where I was. At this exact moment in time, I was 1 under through 10. And then this right here is when I got hot. I remember as soon as I finished hole 10 is when I obviously dialed it in. I only had 3 birdies, so now I actually need 5, 6 to beat. So I think it was this. I'm just gonna play this tee. I think it was this tee, but I'm not sure. Driver here, par 5, come on. Go. Is there a bunker there? Not bad, not bad. Just up the right side. Swing is actually feeling okay. So now it's about getting some putts to fall, hitting some close to the pin. Can't be giving myself 35-foot looks at it if I'm wanting to make birdies. Not a bad spot over here. I'm gonna drive up and see what the green looks like. It's a blind second shot, par 5. See, I can't really trust this, but I'm gonna have to in this situation. I'm gonna have like 195. It's gonna play a lot shorter. It goes up and then it goes way down. You guys are about to see. He's so good. That's the second time today. I trust this. It said 195. And then Jackson, after I hit, he said, "Can I have your 3-wood?" And they were even with me. I said, "How far do you have?" He said, "We have 235. And I went and shot it over at his ball, 230. I hit 7-iron because I thought I had 195. So, okay, that's all right. I can't get down on myself over that. It happened once before. I should have known that it could have happened again. This thing is just slightly off. That's all right. That's all right. I got an uphill look at it. I hit that so good though, like literally right at the pin. I just unfortunately needed a 5-iron, not a 7-iron, and that's what I hit. We gotta lock in and 2-putt this. This is not one you expect to eagle. I've been struggling with the speeds of the greens today. This one needs to go. There's really no other question, no other thought in my mind other than this one has to go in. Whew. Thanks, needed that. Obviously wanted eagle, but can't get too picky. At least we made birdie. There's a lot more birdie holes out here on this 9. Next hole, it's not necessarily one of them. It's a long par 3 back into the wind. I just gotta go see which tee box we played in the tournament. I think on average, it's mixing between whites and blues, which I'll have to look at the scorecard. I don't have it with me, but it's probably like 6,700 yards. It's pretty short. It's actually really short. Looks like we played blues on this hole. I gotta make sure I get these tees right because I wanna do this like as legit as I can. I wanna make sure I don't play like too far forward or too far back. This is one where we make this, we're gonna be within 1 of what I was because I parred this and I was 2 under. So first off, we make birdie here, we're 3 under on the par 3s so far, but we're within 1 shot of where I was. This is a monumental hole if we make birdie. 191. This is a perfect, like a hair under full 7-iron. Same exact swing that I had on the last hole is what I'm thinking here. That is the same swing I had in the tournament. A little better. We make that, and we're within 1 of where we were. All right, guys, we got a good little kick here straight up the hill. This should be a birdie, should be a lock. It's a gimme. This is the biggest putt of the day right here. That last hole was a big birdie, but this right here would change the entire momentum. All right, I think with more speed that putt goes in, or just a hair more break, obviously. That's the one that hurts the most so far. Let's see this next hole, uphill par 4. I hit iron off the tee, left myself a little 60 degree. I remember this was a really good shot. Actually, way short, never mind. Then I made par in this next hole. I think the bummer is knowing that if we make par or birdie there, we're 1 down and then I par this next hole, so we could have tied it up. But this next hole is reachable if I hit driver. It's tight, but I think I'm gonna hit driver. Sit. I think we're putting. Guys, we make eagle here. That ties it up. Gosh, eagle right now would be huge. Like I said, I looked back and I hit a 4-iron on this tee. I just made a par, like nothing crazy, but this hole is definitely attackable. So trying to take advantage of it here. I'm just in the rough. Looks like we're kind of just in the collar actually. Really solid position. It looks like a straightforward chip. So I'm trying to decide if I want to chip or putt this. I've chipped in once today. Yeah, most makeables chip. In the heart. Gosh, that would have been huge. That would have been insane. Got one back. Now we're 1 down. I was 2 under last time. I'm 1 under today. Can't complain. Good birdie there. I remember this was around the 140 mark again. We played up here. I think we were white tees on this one. I don't know if any of you guys in the comments have this, but the talent that people have obtained, a photographic memory, boggles my mind to me. If I had that, be unbelievable right now to be able to know exactly how far all these yardages were. Unfortunately, we don't know though, but here looks like we were front right of this tee box. This is unfortunately in between clubs-ish, but I really think that it was right here from the video. Pin was back left when I played, but today it's front. Just under full 52, 138. I haven't seen what I made on this hole. I can't remember, but birdie right now would go a long way. Come on. Be the number, please. Go! Whoo! I think that almost landed in the hole. Oh my gosh. We gotta make a putt. Please, Lord God, let us make a putt. Wait, holy crap. Did I make this comeback then? Obviously. Bogey free. Oh my gosh. I made a 12-foot comebacker for par. Okay, so this tie, if I make this, I tie up with myself. Okay, hold on. Guys, let's lock in. If we make this, we're tied. Mine's gotta go a hair left.
Garrett. Dang.
Just tied it up with myself. Back to 2 under. I was 2 under through this many holes in the tournament. Quite a bit more bogeys today though. I was bogey free last time. Not been anywhere close to that. Seeing where we were on this next hole, I know we're 2 under right now. Sometimes playing courses shorter makes them harder, fun fact. Because the landing zones are a lot tighter because they're expecting shorter hitters to be playing shorter tees. And so that's what I've definitely noticed today is it felt a lot tighter if I were to be playing further back, but I think overall it is definitely easier playing shorter. It's just an important hole for me. Big drive here, par 5. I think I birdied this one in the tournament, so birdie or eagle. That worked. A lucky swing, we'll take it. It's actually gonna be money. I wanna see what I made here on this hole. So I hit driver. I hit it way more left because I only hit the ball like 260 then. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna see clips while I'm doing this. I look so tiny. I remember I straight pulled a hybrid. I definitely make this, I'm sure I do. I do, okay, so that was to get it to 3 under. So, eagle here would be having myself 1 stroke ahead of where I was. 184. Guys, I would love an eagle. Absolutely need birdie here. Got like almost too good of a lie. Tumble and run. This is to keep me tied with where I was. This is for 3 under, and I gotta say, 3 under and probably a lot better than I expected after the front 9. Thanks. All tied. All tied, 3 under. Gotta have a good finish here. All things considered, being 1 over on the front, I'm happy with this. I was loving this 2-iron for a while. All I was hitting was this driving iron. I remember this was a bad swing out of me. I just remember it felt really shaky at that time. It was long right. It was just, I remember specifically, I even remember which 52 I was using. It was a 52 degree Cleveland club. Crazy. Oh my gosh, I almost made that. Okay, so par on 16. Let's check 17. I'm pretty sure it was 17 was the birdie. I just want to see. Let's see if I did. Yeah, bounce, rolls in. Shout out Micah too, he was supporting. Okay, let's check, see if we make this. I think we do. Yeah, so we birdied 17 and we parred 18. Leave myself 130, call it good. I know, our balls are literally like touching each other. There's not pressure yet. If I'm going into 18, 5 under, I'll feel a little pressure. It's a me thing, you know? It's a goal between me and myself, obviously. This was one of my best junior tournaments. I just want to see how I can compete with myself. Gotta act like I'm in that situation again and finish strong here. 126, it's like literally the same yardage in pretty much. and I did it again. Same swing. That's literally what I did last time too. Yeah, that's so crazy. I think I'm gonna make this putt. I really do. 17 is one of those holes that's not a likely birdie. But what I will say is I've birdied 3 out of the 4 par 3s. I've had a good track record on the par 3s so far. I shouldn't have added break. End over end. It was a very good putt. Just slight misread there. I thought that was gonna move. Okay, 2 more holes. We gotta go birdie birdie if we wanna beat it. 1 birdie for a tie. This is not a hole that you step up to and you're like, this is a probable birdie, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Perfectly in between clubs. Love that. I'd rather swing hard at something right now than try and take some off of it. Please be good. Oh, wind. What is taking my balls? Okay, we got a putt. Guys, we just saw some stray pit bulls on hole number 18, so hopefully they don't eat Jackson. That would be unfortunate. I think mine's short a little bit, but I hit it great, so maybe not. There's a ball there. I don't think that's mine. I think I would have went further than that. Here's the deal, guys. If we miss this, we're going like balls to the wall with driver on the last hole, which is not the play for the record. Just realistically, you should just hit an iron out there, but I'm gonna need an eagle to beat myself. And for me, it's like either we're gonna try and go big or we're gonna go home. I hope I make this, but I'm a realist here. The odds are not great. I'm not taking myself out of this though. I can make this. I have not been able to get these uphill long putts to the hole.
Good putt.
Eagle to beat myself. That was the difference. If I miss that, like I said, I'm busting driver, trying to make eagle. If I were to make that, I would have hit iron, played for birdie. This last hole, like you guys can see, it's a dogleg right. The landing zone from the tees that we're playing are super tight. If I hit a good drive, I could have like 170 in with a 9 iron. The final hole, I think the biggest reason I hit driver or iron in the moment was I knew I was gonna win if I just parred. I like kind of had a feeling of where the field would be. I think it won by a good bit. I hit this way left, but I think it stopped. Let's see what it did here. I didn't like it. I said should hit driver. I was actually in the fairway. Hit my layup. Just short of the water. I think I had 9 iron in from what I remember. Hit it long. And I had a long putt. I want to see how far the putt was that I made. Thing about him is like... Okay, so 73.75 was second place. Okay, so I went 72.68. So I guess I kind of have to play 2 rounds technically. Come on, if we hit the fairway, just 1 good tee shot right now. This is the hardest tee shot on the course with driver for sure. Driver swing is just, it hadn't been quite there today so far, so the hardest driving hole of the day. I didn't necessarily expect to hit a great one, but gotta hopefully chip this one out. Okay, I guess technically I could hole out eagle, technically speaking. It's obviously nearly impossible, but I won't count myself out of it. 7 iron in hand, 205. This would be electric if this went in to beat me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Kind of a flyer. That was right over the top of it. If I tie myself after that front 9, I would be very proud of how I played. I mean, even if I miss this, 4 under on the back 9 is pretty freaking great. And I can't complain about that. Tying myself today while my swing has not felt great would also just make me feel really happy. This right here is what it all comes down to. This is to at least not lose to my 17-year-old self. Literally said to myself over the putt, I said the next one doesn't matter. Still left it short.
I was in the whole way.
I know, it totally was. Well, we lost to myself by 1, In the tournament, it was a 2-round tournament. I just went back and saw. The next closest was 73-75. I was 72-68. So I won by 8. So I think I won by 8. Today I lost myself by 1, shooting a 69. It's all because of that front 9, but either way, I hope you guys enjoyed that style video. Let me know if you want me to do something similar to this again. I really enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.